We've been talking social media over here. All right, we were chatting about other fun stuff on social media, but we want to talk about Twitter because obviously it feels like Elon Musk has taken over the conversation of the world.
Well, he's taken over and taken away our blue check marks. So Vincent Orleck, he's the president of Social Media Club.
You said that with disdain.
No, I don't care. You know what? At first I thought, oh, I'm losing my check mark, and then I thought, I don't care. Yeah. Does it matter? Does it not matter?
It matters to some, and in certain world. I mean, in journalism, with reporters and news stations, I think it matters.
So you're saying I should pay?
Well, I think that there are enough. If you're a reporter, right? So specifically, if you're a reporter, I think there's more value in it for you to pay. But I also, on the other hand, don't know that you have to, because you are kind of known already. You know, so it's more a concern of, is someone going to imitate you?
Well, that's the thing that's really felt interesting about all of this is it seems like the blue check mark had an importance before of saying this is who this person is, and getting a blue check mark now doesn't guarantee that at all.
Right.
I mean, is the vibe, is that going to change at some point, do you think, or is that just because what is it? What is that? What does a blue check mark get you now?
Right.
What does it mean?
It doesn't mean much, to be honest. So if we're talking specifically about Twitter, right? So Twitter Blue, you can go and pay $8 a month if you're a person or a company, and get that blue check mark, which is, you know, they term it as a verified.
And they'll give it to anyone who pays $8?
They'll give it to anyone that pays the $8.
Okay.
Then there's gray check marks for government organizations. There's gold check marks for organizations, verified organizations, which is $1,000 a month.
Okay. That's not going to happen. But go back to what you were saying about protecting you. So now anyone can impersonate Steve, for example, on Twitter.
Please don't do
and
this.
because he doesn't
please don't start
because
this.
he doesn't have the check mark, and there are a couple Steve Nielsens out there. The viewers might not know.
They don't know how to spell
which
Nielsen.
the real Nielsen is.
Right. And so what it will come down to is this: if you get the check mark, that also doesn't officially make you in reality. So you have to do other things on the platform or on other platforms that also offer verification, like Facebook and Instagram and even Snapchat. They have a premium offering for $3 a month that you can get a check mark. But you have to do other things to make sure that, you know, people do understand it's you. And one of the things that you'll see is in people's bios, they'll put official account of. Now, again, anyone can put that. But if you're being true to you and who you are and what you're using the account for, most people will understand, okay, this is this person. Could there still be some confusion? Absolutely. I mean, that can definitely happen down at some point.
I understand you have to monetize the platform in different ways, right? It can't all just be ads. You got to do all of this. And it's the internet in general, you know, it's only been around 2 decades. We're all still figuring out how to monetize all of this. We struggle with this in local news at home. You know, we have our local news websites. How do you monetize that as compared to the product we have on TV? It's the same idea. At the same time, getting rid of those blue check marks, it felt like you're cutting off your nose to spite your face. Is that the phrase?
Yeah. That sounds right.
It feels like that's what you're kind of doing in that sense, right?
It was done poorly. Yeah. It was the approach was done poorly. There was certainly I think a lot of people would agree that there's a better way to have gone about this, where people, including celebrities, organizations, what have you, would have been more willing to go along with it. Now it's almost like, in some viewpoints, it's a mark of shame. For
so bottom line,
celebrities saying, please, take
I don't
this
want
away.
it.
I don't want it.
Absolutely.
We're getting the rap. So bottom line, is it worth paying for or not?
My personal opinion is no.
No. Professional opinion, yes.
My personal professional opinion, my professional, I would say, is mixed. Okay. It kind of depends on what you're using it for. But I think that it can bring more, it can do worse for your personal brand than better.
All right.
Interesting.
Okay.
Really interesting.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Vincent, joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
All right.